we have stopped by a outdoors location here at GDC, or more specifically at Games Connection here in San Francisco, where we caught up with Tarsier Studios, who last week released a teaser trailer that got our juices flowing for a game called Hunger. So perhaps first of all, can you tell us a little bit about where Hunger is and what kind of concept and project this is?
Well, Hunger is currently in pre-production, which is to say we want to wrap up a prototype where we feel very comfortable that this is a fun game. This is a game that can work all the way. And we're pretty close to that. We're trying to wrap the prototype right now. And that's why we decided to share the teaser. And for us, Tarsier is a brand new game, a brand new world, a brand new IP. That it's really something we want to express as a studio and something we want to work with. So it's really a labor of passion for us.
So can you tell us a little bit where this idea came from and what it is that you want to express?
So it's a combination. So from a gameplay perspective, it's the simple things. It's a simple enjoyment of physics-based platforming or puzzles in combination with the suspensefulness that you've seen in the teaser, and of course the visuals that we started off with in City of Metronome. That kind of this is our cousin to that game, and it's in the same kind of world, the artistic expressionist style. Yeah.
That is interesting, because City of Metronome was sort of the demo that put Tarsier on the map. It was one of the first demos that we saw on well, old gen, I guess we're calling it now. And you've spent many years now working with Sony, most recently with Little Big Planet Vita, which was a great game, and you had a lot of success with that. Is it that hunger to sort of go back and work on what's sort of originally got you started? Is that the motivation here?
Yes. No. Sorry. But really, it's funny because much like Metronome was made for next gen, it was a concept for PS3 and Xbox 360. Hunger is sort of also at the dawn of the new generation, the next generation, and certainly it's a type of game we want to make. To us, we see it as we have a kind of a world of Metronome thought going on. We imagine as this could happen in the same world at a different place with a different scenario and other characters involved, but it could happen in the same place, the same environment, same world. And why are we making it? Well, back in the day when Metronome was a concept, we didn't have all that much experience as game makers. We've spent about 10 years making games, and a lot of them physics-based games, and there's no coincidence in that. But hopefully we've paid our dues now, and we've been able to express this in a way that we can achieve in a game that really clicks and ticks all the boxes and comes together as a system, as a very enjoyable game experience. Not just visual, not just audio, but the whole 9 yards, and that's our ambition with this game, and that's a way we think about it.
So one of the things that struck me with the game that I find very interesting and nice is the Dollhouse Perspective. It's something a little bit different, and you don't see it that often in video games, if at all. Can you tell us a little bit about why you opted for that sort of approach?
So there's a connection throughout the game here. It's from a kid's perspective. So from the art style, from the kind of gruesomeness you can see in the teaser, like the scary monsters, it's all from a girl's perspective, a kid's perspective. And the Dollhouse kind of goes in line with that as well. But the good stuff with the Dollhouse Perspective is that you get this nice view into this world at the same time as you can explore in full 3D. In the teaser you kind of almost can think of it as 2D, but it's not. It's full 3D movement in this kind of Dollhouse Perspective.
Yeah, and it also, something we found trying out various solutions is that it creates a little bit of a disconnect, because the world is in there. It's like looking into a fish tank or a dollhouse, and you're out here. The camera is kind of where the player is. You can see the character that you control, but you aren't that character. You're helping her, and you want her to succeed and you want to figure out what's going on, but you're intrinsically stuck just slightly at a distance from everything. And we like how that feels. We like how that plays out. And we think it's, like Andreas said, we think it's congenial with the whole scenario we want to express.
So I guess why you're sitting here at this table is to find someone to partner up with for this game and move it along. How's that process been like, and how much has this trailer sort of helped you guys out with that?
Oh, this is all really new. Certainly, what we want to do is we want to make a really good game. That's what we always want to do, and we want to make sure that game reaches as many people as possible. So yes, we're here at Game Connection because that's what we wanted to achieve. What the trailer has meant for us, actually, originally we were going to release it after games come until we realized that was really stupid. So we pushed it a little bit. And it's been good because it's caught a lot of attention, more than we could have hoped for, really. And a lot of people we sit down with have seen it and are really keen. People who aren't here at Games Connection, some of them have emailed us and said, please, can we come visit, can we come see what's going on at your studio? And it's really making it a lot easier to strike up a conversation and get dialogue going. So it's been very helpful to us, the trailer has. But it's also been a huge boost to the team. They've been sitting there working since at least September, in isolation in part, and seeing the reaction and reading people analyzing or thinking about it or commenting on it is a huge boost to their creative confidence and to validating all the hard work the team has put in. So that's maybe even the biggest gain.
Yep, I completely agree. It's been awesome. It's overwhelming response from the internet, and it's so awesome to talk with all these publishers and get their reactions when they see the teaser. Yeah, it's awesome. It's almost like going back to 2005 and E3 City of Metronome, but better.
I guess that's also the reason we're very early and why you're not talking about platforms or anything like that, because it simply hasn't been decided yet.
It's true. It hasn't been decided yet. And another way of expressing what I said before is that we also want to find the best platform for it. If the best platform could be multi-platform to reach more people, of course, but it could also be, if we find the right partner for this and it becomes an exclusive, it could get a lot of attention and help define a system and define what an experience could be on a certain platform, and that would be a really worthy fate of the title as well. And it might turn out that it really gels well with a certain controller or a certain hardware spec. That would also really tip the scales in favor of that. So going back, we're trying to find the best home for it, both in terms of quality and reach.
And of course, that also means that we have no idea when it's going to be finished.
Yes.
No comment.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.